Okay, guys, well, because I am like a huge copycat, a couple of days ago I saw Smee show off a Oakland Coliseum Danbury mint that he picked up. So I wanted to show off some stadiums I have. I have two Yankee stadiums and one Shea Stadium um, sculpture or statue, whatever you want to call them, in my collection. I'll explain why I have them, how I got them, and show them off. Well, the first one I'm going to show off is the Shea Stadium one. This one was actually I got in a trade. I had an extra Yankee Stadium, and I figured the Jets played here. Why not have this for the um, Jets PC? And it's a nice little piece. I mean, it's pretty well detailed. You got the orange seats upstairs, the green and the blue downstairs, and the really bright orange seats in the bottom. Obviously, this is not with the football stadium. I can't find a Shea Stadium with the football field rather on it, I should say. So originally, I had heard that the Jets wanted to buy the Mets and close off Shea Stadium. Or was it the other way around? I think that actually no. I think the Mets owners, Wilpon and Doubleday, wanted to buy the Jets and then close off Shea Stadium and make this an all-purpose cookie dough type stadium, which honestly I'm glad they didn't do it because the Mets organization sucks. I'm sorry, Mazza, they do, and you know it. And not that the Jets organization's any better. We suck too. And B, I would hate to have seen Shea Stadium as a cookie cutter stadium. I kind of like Shea the way it was. The only difference with Shea here with this sculpture was turned as opposed to when the Jets played. A couple things. One, these neon players, baseball players that you saw at Shea Stadium were not there when the Jets played there. And two, in these windows there were these shingles, these different colored shingles that were hanging off the windows. So this one doesn't have that. So, I mean, if I ever found a Shea Stadium with the football field in it, I'd probably wind up trading this piece off because I would rather have it with the football field. But I don't think I'll ever see one. So that's that one. The next one we're gonna go is this small Yankee Stadium piece I got. I got it as it was a stadium giveaway during the final season of Yankee Stadium. So when I found out they were giving this away, I had to have it. This was the Yankee Stadium I grew up with. I loved the stadium to death. I loved going to the games anytime I could, and I grew up with the stadium. You know, the day they closed the stadium down, and I was watching it at home on ESPN because I couldn't get tickets to the final game. The final game, and I love over here just to get off the spot here. This little spot when you passed on the train, you could see inside Yankee Stadium. You got a little peek of what was going on. And as a kid, I would preen my face as close as to the window as possible and look even if there was no game going on, just to see inside Yankee Stadium. That was all I cared about. Um, anyway, I was at home watching the game on ESPN and bawling like a baby after the final out because that was what I knew all my life. That was my Yankee Stadium. I love that they have the bat here. This is where you met. Before every game, if you were going to meet somebody, you always tell them, meet me at the bat. And that's where you would meet them at the stadium. And taking a look at the inside, you have the final season logo right there in the outfield grass. You got the foul poles. You got the. I would have wished that the awnings here was a little more detailed. Let me see if I can focus on that a little better. But they're not. You know, this is a small sculpture, so this is the best you're probably gonna get, and I'm fine with it. I love having this in my collection. So that's the one that Sports Authority, who is no longer in business, gave away. And the final piece I have is another Yankee Stadium, and this one's a little bigger, a little more detailed. I don't know where I got this one, to be honest. I may have picked it up at a card show, but it's actually really, really nice. This is bad again. These things were pretty much the escalators inside that you would go up. These trees really weren't. Honestly, I don't remember the trees being outside Yankee Stadium like that. I think these were the ticket booths. that were outside Yankee Stadium. Focus on that. There we go. And here's the gates. Yeah, these trees definitely were not there at Yankee Stadium on the outside when I was growing up or going to Yankee games. Over here was the entrance somewhere for the bleachers, which is where growing up, where I spent most of my time until I got older and I was able to afford tickets to go upstairs and sit in the upper deck. And it's pretty spot on still. After I remember over here in the later years there was um like if there was like an outdoor bar over here. If you had a higher ticket, you were gained access to that. These are the ticket offices over here, and down there's the entrance, and over here was where that's the team store right there, and over here is where the players used to come in. And at first you were close to them when they came in, but as the years went on, they started winning championships. That gate was further and further and further back until it started right around here, and you couldn't even get anywhere near the players, which was sad because when I was a kid growing up, when I got my autographs, I got most of them here. Over here was like the parking lot area, and sometimes you were allowed to go near the parking lot, just never inside the parking lot. And as soon as they came out, get the players to sign for you when they walked in. Taking a look inside, very nice. Get the foul poles here. This one's a little more detailed than the one that I got. A little bent over here. I'm sorry. I just realized the foul pole's a little bent over here. I never realized that. But I'm not going to screw with it. I'm scared. I don't want to snap it. Here you got the flagpole, which you don't have in the smaller sculpture. And looks like the awning's a little more detailed. It's not painted white like it was at the old stadium. And here's the bleachers where I sat a lot of the time. Monument Park's right over here. We were allowed later years to go there. Before you weren't allowed to. They were moved actually. These monuments were moved over here, and then they opened the gates to people to go to Monument Park. Because remember, like in the 70s and early 80s, Monument Park was closed off to the public. You couldn't get to Monument Park. Now Monument Park in the new stadium is in the center field, dead center. You're allowed to go there. There's a Yankee Stadium museum in there, which is really nice. I just wish it was a little bigger, to be honest, because so much Yankee history that should be shown off in the new stadium. And I'm hoping at one point they expand the museum, and we're allowed to see other stuff. So one day I do hope to be able to pick up some Danbury Mint sculptures. I do want some of the players and some sculptures, which there were some really nice ones that Danbury Mint came out with. So anyway, guys, this is going on to almost 9 minutes, so let me cut it here. Thanks for watching the video. Leave your comments down below if you can, if you have any comments. Hit that subscribe button. Please. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Please comment, subscribe. Like the video if you like it. And thanks again. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Your support means so much to me. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Card family for life, SA.